I'm Jake Forty. I play football.
I'm a quarterback. I've been accepted at Harvard. I'll be a freshman next year, and right now I'm here training with Chip and Trip at Hammersmith Sports. First time I made contact with Harvard, Coach Crawford, which is the recruiting coordinator for our area, was down at my school, and he sat me down. We had a 15-minute conversation about Harvard, and I walked away incredibly impressed with him, with everything he said about the school, their football program. Eventually went up to their camp this summer before my senior year and competed up there, and that's when I received the offer to have a spot on their football team. To me, it wasn't really much of a decision. I was looking to play football at the highest level I could while getting a world-class education.
So I've worked with Jake Forty for about 5.5 years now. He came to me in 8th grade. His dad brought him in and said, "Hey, this is my son Jake. He's a scrawny little 8th grader getting ready to go to high school. I need you to teach him how to lift, teach him how to move, teach him how to be an athlete." So, obviously the kid was a pretty good athlete, being multiple sport, guy, played quarterback. But, he had some stuff he needed to learn, and, just learn how to develop and learn how to train and, just learn how to become a better athlete. And over the past 5 years, we've really, worked him every off season between football and baseball, and then all through the summertime, getting him ready for each season respectively. He's always asking you, what else can I do? Is there more that I should be doing at home? Is there any extra work you can give me that I can do while I'm on vacation? And he's just the type of guy that's always looking to be the best that he can be. And obviously, both athletically and academically, he's one of those guys that you look back on your coaching career and say, that guy was one of the ones that really made an impact on me as a coach. He's the one that bought into the program. He did everything I asked him to do, and he got the results, and it shows. And I think when he gets to Harvard, he's going to open a lot of eyes. I think he'll go up there as a freshman and compete, and we're looking for good things out of Jake this coming season and, his career all the way through at Harvard.
A lot of kids today, they stay focused on one area, whether it's sports or academics or music. To be well-rounded, you have to really encompass a lot of different things. And I think Jake, one thing that's unique about him is academically he's been able to keep his grades up. They've been a priority, obviously, to be able to get into Harvard. So he's had a good balance between sports and academics and a social life. I mean, he's very social, and to be able to accomplish all those things and play and compete at the highest level for him has been pretty remarkable. He works really hard. His last rep is as hard as his first rep. He comes in every day, he's the first one in, the last one out, and obviously he's very cerebral. Going to the #1 academic school in the country, he brings a true meaning to student athlete. So we're extremely proud of him, the fact that he was able to do that. He's very well-rounded. He's a Renaissance type young man that he does a lot of different things, and he does them all well. So those are the things that, again, are going to make him very successful in life, not only what he does at Harvard, but when he gets out and he contributes to society.
Coming forward at a 45. Goes in the middle, sprint straight ahead, go diagonal.
Being a quarterback, there's some unique movements, that they've got to be able to do, whether it's dropping, rolling, dropping back, setting, getting ready for the pass. And so when Jake came to me, he needed to work on all that initially. But as he developed and as he got, further along in his career, junior, senior year, we just kind of started honing in on some very specific things that he needed to work on. He had a tendency to get off his throwing platform when he would go back and set. So we worked on some footwork and really working on being nice and solid when he gets to the back of his drop. We've also worked on some of his lateral movement while he's in the pocket, his footwork and all those types of things. But one thing that we haven't really touched is his arm. He's got a great quarterback coach he's worked with for his career that's done a great job with his throwing mechanics. So we don't touch any of that. We just work on his physical movement. and I think it's made a big difference. If you watch Jake, he's very polished in his movement. He moves in the pocket great. He's got great vision, and from a quarterbacking standpoint, you know, he's one of those guys that you can look at and say, hey, that's the way it should be done right there. And I think a lot of what we've done with him, you know, has made him into the quarterback he is today. Now, obviously, we don't take credit for all that, but I think it's had a big impact on his game as a quarterback.
All the movements that I've done with Chip and Trip have been very dynamic and specific to what I do. So whether it's, you know, loading me up with resistance on a band where I'm just running in a straight line laterally with a reaction coach, or throwing the throwing harness on, it's all very dynamic and geared towards helping me at what I do on the field. As far as I know, they're the best in the business. I'm never trained like a offensive tackle or a tennis player. I'm trained as a quarterback, and the movements and the exercises they have me do are all very specific to my position.
So we're expecting great things out of Jake. Again, he's a great young man. His priorities are in life are in line. He's just a tremendous asset to be around, and we're very blessed and fortunate to have had the opportunity to help him to this point. But we're expecting great things from Jake, and looking for him to accomplish great things at Harvard.
When I graduate, I want people to say, first of all, that they won a lot of games when Jake was there. I want to be known as a diligent, hardworking kid who was a great student. And I want to be known as a kid who made the coaches, fans, and of course my parents proud.